Hi friends, welcome back to the channel. My name is Molly. I'm the founder, owner, operator, everything for Lacquer22, a small nail polish company. Today we're going to be talking makeup instead, and I am so stoked. I went a little bit crazy on the Cosmic Brushes, Cosmic Beauty website for Black Friday. Today we're going to try them out for the first time. This is the Winter Wonderland palette. However, I do have the other 4 palettes that are currently available on their website. Ugh. This is the newest one though, so that's why we're going to focus today on this. I'm hoping that I can do a video in the future of kind of talking about my Black Friday purchases after I test out the different palettes that I've tried. We'll see if that happens or not. But this is the Winter Wonderland palette. I'm super stoked. I'm going to prep my eyes and then we'll get started. Okay, my eyes are prepped. We're back. I used the Milani eye primer today. That's not my favorite one, but I'm just trying to use it up to get rid of it. And then as always, I put concealer on my inner corner and then on my brow bone because all my veins are visible and that just kind of helps a little bit. But here we go. Okay, so Winter Wonderland. Perfectly titled, I think. We have, obviously it's very cool tone, very blue, but then we have where the blue adds a little bit of green and then the blue adds a little bit of purple. So we just kind of have all 3 color families mixed in here, and I think it's really fun. We do have a couple of duochrome, multi-chrome shades. See if we can. I'm super stoked. These are so beautiful. I'm gonna do 2 different looks to try to test out as many of the shades as I can. That's kind of it. Let's do it. First though, new palette. Nice. All right. So I've really been digging this row just looking at the palette. It's more of the kind of tealish color family. And I'm super stoked. I want to pull in some purples as well. Green and purple are one of my favorite eyeshadow color combos. So what I think I'm gonna do to start is take Showers, which is this really deep teal right there. Probably outer corner, and then blend it out with a little bit of Crisp, which is this lighter mint shade. And then maybe put some Blanket on the inner crease and kind of see where we're going with that. See what we like of that. Forewarning here, my brushes are extremely dirty. I meant to clean them a week ago. Here we are. Okay, so this is just gonna be the first eye. Okay, so with our rough draft kind of laid out with Showers, the deeper teal, not super in love. I like the color of it, but I felt like I had to do a couple of layers because it kept kind of just blending out and shearing out, which is good news for the lighter shades. However, I feel like darker shades just shouldn't really do that because we want some impact. But maybe I'll go in with the black or something and see if that happens with that shade as well. I'm going in now with Crisp. It's this shade here, just to kind of blend it out a little bit. All right, so those shades are a little bit higher up than I would have liked, but here we are. I brought in a little bit of Peaceful, which is still in that same row. It's just that middle shade right there, to help with the blend a little bit because I felt like Crisp was too light to be blending out Showers on its own, which is no fault of the palette. That was just my poor color choice. But I am now going to go in to Blanket, which is the kind of lavender shade right there, and that is going to be put in my inner crease up here. And you know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and put that on the lid too. And then we'll see what happens with the shimmer. All right, so there is Blanket on my inner crease. It's a little bit more pastel on than I thought compared to how it looks in the pan. So that's it there, and that's what it looks like on me. I don't know. It went on really well and it blended onto my lid and to showers pretty nicely, but is what it is. It wasn't as impactful as I was hoping for, but again, poor color choice on my part. I'm going in now with some glitter glue so we can put some shimmers on. And I'm kind of just going to copy on the lid what I did in the crease. So I'm going to put the shade here called Comfort on the inner part of the lid, and then go down here to Reflection, put that on the outer part of the lid, kind of blend in with the mattes. So here's Comfort. Okay, so I have those two shimmers on. They aren't super impressive, if I'm honest. And I say that, I don't mean that to be rude. There are a lot of shimmer formulas that look pretty in the pan like these do and don't translate well. I will try to use a brush for my other eye in hopes that that will add more sparkle. Right now I'm going to go into Showers, which was that deep teal matte we started with. Kind of finish that placement off. Final draft style. And then I'm going to go into the shade down here. This is a black. It's called In the Moment. And I'm just going to take that on the outer part of my eye to kind of deepen up a little bit, because this was not the intended depth. I thought it would be a lot deeper based on the pan. So I'm going in and kind of going back and forth into Showers and In the Moment, the teal and the black, just to, you know, I don't want to look like I have a black eye, but I also just want more depth than what Showers gave me. Okay, so here's where we're at right now after I added the black. Kind of blended that out a little bit more. I'm much happier with this than what I was before. I'm going to take a little bit of Frost, I think. This shade right here. This is kind of like a minty, icy, silvery blue, very light in color. And I'm going to take that and try to put it on top of the other shimmers that we've already laid down. See if this one maybe is a little more sparkly or something. A little more reflective. I think it's a little bit better, a little more impressive than the other two shimmers. It was definitely softer in the pan, picking it up with my finger, because that is what I do. I don't know, I'm happy with it. Let's move on to the other eye, and then we'll try some different colors there. Okay, we're going on to the second eye now. I'm gonna focus more on the purples, I think, this time, and maybe do a blue on the inner crease and see how that goes. I'm just trying to use as many shades as I can. So let's see, we're gonna start with Magical, which is the darkest purple right here. See if that has a similar performance as Showers does. Oh my, that's much more pigmented right off the bat. This is already such a different experience. That's, wow. All right, I'm gonna bring that up a little bit. We'll blend it out here in a second. Okay, all right, so we're gonna take now, we're gonna take Calm. So that is this shade right here next to Magical. That is going to be what we blend out Magical with. It's just a lighter purple. Okay, so we have Magical and Calm laid down. I'm going to go in now with, I think really what I'm going to do is mix Icicle and Fresh Air. So that's this blue up here and then this blue down here. They have different brightnesses, so we're just going to give it a shot and see what happens with mixing it, because I think Icicle is going to be too light, but I think Fresh Air is going to be too punchy, so we're going to have to go half skis. All right, we have that laid down. I'm now gonna go back into Calm, the lighter purple, and try to blend the two colors together, the blue and the purple. Okay, so I kind of blended things together, blended things out a little bit. I'm not super happy with this blend of the purple or the blend of the green actually, but that's on me. My brushes are not fully clean. I'm just using my little Ulta brand color switch to clean them off in between colors. So that's on me. Went in with Clear Skies, which is this shade right here on the bottom row. It's like if you took a blue and got it as close to black as you could while still being blue. So I took that, I put that in the outer corner, did the same thing that I did with the black on this side, but over here. I do like that shade. I think that's a good complement to the look since we have the blue and the purple tones, and I feel like that's just a really good deep indigo kind of sapphire-y shade. I just think it works. But now we're gonna do some shimmers. Gotta get my glitter glue as always. So the glitter glue is on. I'm gonna take the shade Atmosphere. This is one of those multi-chromes. It's right here and it looks green, but now it's purple. And it just kind of goes back and forth to all of those shades. There's a bit of a pinky red shift in there as well. We're just gonna take this, and this is more of a black base, so it's gonna be quite dark. But we're just gonna put that everywhere for now. Unintentionally, that was the best decision I've made today. So the multi-chrome, with it being the blue to green to purple shift, when I look here, it goes from the blue to purple gradient while I'm looking straight at you, but like if I turn over here, it's still green. So as I'm looking straight on, the multi-chrome effect matches the mattes that we've already laid down. And that was purely coincidental. I didn't know that was gonna really happen because I didn't think it through. I just wanted to try one. All right, I'm gonna go in as I always do, take some Magical, take some Clear Skies, the darker shades on the outer corner, and we're just gonna blend in the mattes with the shimmer here. Try to make it as seamless as possible. All right, so these are the two looks so far. I'm going to do the rest of my face, do the rest of my eyes, and then I will meet back with you for some thoughts. Okay, I finished my face after trying out the Winter Wonderland palette for the first time. I also finished my eyes as well. Everything's done. I really like the looks that I did. I'm wondering if my choice of using the Milani eye primer instead of my Urban Decay eye primer was kind of part of the reason the blending or that the darker shades were blending out too easily for me. And I say that and I hear myself say that the shades were blending out too easy. It's not, I guess really what it is not a sense of them blending out too easy. It's a sense of them shearing out when they're blended. So for me, if I have a dark shade, I want it to be a dark shade. I really enjoy the look and the dramatics of having a darker shade on my outer lid, and I kind of rely on that unless that's not the look I'm going for. But when there's a shade that has this depth to it in the pan, that's what I expect on my eyes as well. Especially because I am so pale. If it's a dark shade, it's gonna be dark on me. So I just kind of wish that this shade and Magical both kind of stayed put a little bit more, had a little bit more grip. Other than that though, I'm really happy with everything. The shimmers aren't as impactful and blinding as some other companies I've tried, which yes, I love a good shiny shimmer, but there's also a reason that I love the Blend Bunny Noctilucid palette so much, and that's because it's such a perfect topper shade, or topper palette, I guess, because you're able to kind of transform whatever is already on your lid, whether that's a shiny shade or not. I didn't use it today because I only wanted this on my eyes, but in the future, I know that that's a very strong option for me, and most likely what I'll do, I will say this multi-chrome, so pretty and also so perfect, and I'm very proud of the coincidence that I created with it just fitting with the matte so well. But the regular shimmers, I'm happy I added Frost, the last little shimmer, on top of the 2 previous shimmers, because I feel like it really did add an extra little something. I don't know, I am happy with it. I am definitely determined to use not only this palette more, but the other palettes I bought more as well. I haven't tried the other palettes yet. This is the first time I'm ever using the brand. So my fingers are crossed that it's just kind of like one of those learning curves that I have to do, which is totally fine. But I don't know, I'm gonna give it a shot. I'm happy that I have it, and here we are. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you next time. Bye.